Heavenly was. Are we live? I think we are. Hello, 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 everyone. We are live. You are in Chatter Up Zone, and we are ready to rock and roll and tell you all about love and not hip hop. Why don't you want to call it love and marriage?
We want to do love and hip hop so
I
bad.
was to watch it, and I'm not gonna watch it. It's not my thing. But it was called WAP. Wanda ain't playing. All right.
Wait, why did my daughter come up to me? I was watching TV earlier, and she said, "Mom, why are you looking at WAP?"
Right.
And I said, "It doesn't say WAP." And she went and put it on hold. Said, "Mom, yes, it does."
It said WAP, honey, and it was the perfect title for the messiness that happened. So we're gonna play our intro, and then we're gonna get into everything that happened about last night. Here we go. At least you got some friends that'll rescue her. Would y'all rescue me?
What you mean?
If they was coming to get me, would y'all come tell me and let me know?
I don't mess with the Fed. Let's be clear.
Y'all
literally caught.
And look.
It sounds weird, I know, but I didn't get the feeling that I was talking to like a trash whore, low down type person.
Yeah. Really?
She
was just a young girl. Karen.
Kenya was not a video vixen.
Okay.
Kenya was a scholar.
All right. Live. Kelly, are we playing? I know you said are we playing. All right. So y'all, let's get into last night. What y'all think about the episode? Was it good? Did you enjoy it? Was it really messy?
It was a little bit of everything.
It was a little bit of a lot of stuff. So it was like a continuation, right? Was it the graduation? Where were they together? Was it the black celebration or the graduation celebration? Was it the champagne thing that they were showing? I can't remember, which is really bad. But so it ended with Wanda telling Melody that she needed to get back with Martell, right? Is that how it started again? Mm-hmm. What do y'all think about her saying that, knowing how against them she was?
I don't understand Wanda's angle. She seemed like she hated Melanie so bad last season.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that was based off of how Tish was feeling about her at that time. And now all of a sudden Tish is back on Melanie's team. And now she wants to be
counselor to put them together. I don't.
Weird. Yeah, weird. I don't understand Wanda's angle. I guess it ain't really meant for me to understand, other than she's trying to get some time. One of the things that I was tickled when she called her, y'all was being sister wives.
That's what she said.
I was so tickled by that.
Okay, so she said she knew for 6 years, and then Melody, which I don't know because you watched it and you're more in tune with what happened. Melody was saying it was 3 years. She didn't know about the first 2 years. Is this the same consistent story or no?
It changes, but it kind of sort of is true. She's known. So this is the reality. We know he was having an affair for so long, and arguably it was for 2 years. And if you want to believe her face value, let's believe her face value. She didn't know. Of course, she didn't know initially. Once she found out, he was 2 years in, but it took him an additional 3 of her, because they broke up. This is the reality. It's some things that really makes her look crazy, but she can't really say. The truth of the matter is they broke up.
Okay.
She moved out.
She had a Melody look crazy.
Yeah, they weren't together this 3 years. That she makes it seem like she was sitting patiently waiting on him to leave this other woman, and it wasn't like that. Alleged, they were broke up when they were approached by even approached that the show was sold to own. They were living separate lives.
Were they living separate lives? Oh, I didn't know that.
Totally living separate lives. They were separated. That's the reason. Yes, that's the reason why when Martell accused her of cheating, don't you remember when they were sitting in their kitchen with, I can't remember who she was. I know she was in the kitchen. I can't remember who she was talking to. Remember, she was like, in my mind, we had moved on.
Right.
That's because they had completely separated.
When Carlos approached them, because I know that she said that she was like, no, or Carlos, somebody said, because they had, she knew about the cheating and she really didn't want to do it. And he convinced her to do it. So they were completely separated. Okay.
That's why. And they got back together for the show. And I think that there was an effort for a short period of time to try to mend the situation. And for a short period of time, he wasn't messing with the girl. He really wasn't. But Melanie kept talking about it because it really hadn't been resolved. It really hadn't been. And that in a sense, she really drew him. I hate to say it like this. I know I'm getting all about this, but she did. She drew him, pushed him right back in her arms. Okay, because even Ariane,
Melanie pushed Ariola.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because they had broken. Okay. Ariane even admits that they weren't talking the whole time, that they had broken up months before they started filming. She admits that.
Right.
And they filmed, and while they're filming, she don't have a clue what they're filming about because they're not in contact. She didn't realize what they were filming about until it aired. And as it's airing, they're starting to film the second part of the first season because it was a hit.
Right.
And then she starts calling him again.
So that ain't Melanie's fault, right?
Melanie pushed her into his arms, though.
No, that is Ariola's fault.
If you don't think putting all of your business in the streets is throwing it, because okay.
I'm sitting here and I am being on this show and they're talking about me in this way. I may come up and be like, well, I don't, like you talking about me, but I ain't going to go suck his penis. Like, it's not going to make me fall back to that. So what? Seriously? Is that the next move of the game?
No, of course not. No, I don't think that. What I mean by that is here's a situation where you have somebody that I think at some point more. This is just my opinion, okay?
Yeah. Okay. We say our opinion. It's not everybody's.
This is just my opinion.
Yeah.
They decided to make a good faith effort. We know that they made a good faith effort because a baby was made in the process.
Amen.
They made a good faith effort to try to mend their family. Mm-hmm. But it was an unfortunate situation because Melanie wasn't over it. If every argument and every situation is going to lead with what I did, psychologically, you ain't ready. And I mean, it would make any person draw away from them. No, it doesn't give him a right. He's not correct. He always made the wrong decision. I'm not trying to suggest that he didn't. I'm just saying it was a bad situation.
I agree with that.
Bad situation. And she, in a sense, you either can take this literally or figuratively, drew him right back there because there is comforting. That's comforting.
What is?
Over there. Or whatever.
What she was doing over there was comforting.
Whatever she was doing over there was comforting to him.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that if you don't think that, we don't know, but that kind of put her back into their sights. Like it made her reach out to him.
It did.
And
he couldn't resist. He just couldn't.
No.
I mean, if he's getting all his flack over here, yes. If he's getting his flack over here, it's easy to slip out. Yeah. Especially if you feel like you're with someone, and I didn't say that it's based off reality. I'm talking about how he feels.
Mm-hmm.
How he feels that a person's first priority isn't home. It's building a career.
Right.
And it to the point where he would almost become, I mean, ain't no almost, he would literally become a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't him.
Yeah.
He went from being an equal part. She may have been the brains, but he was the brawn. Because to my understanding, he's the one that had the ideas, but like most men, they don't always know how to execute them. So they both go and say, we got to get this license. Come on, let's both study for it. And she's the brain. She studied for these tests. She got these licenses. He was like, I ain't going to even worry about it if I ain't passed, because she got it. And they move on, they move forward. Now they separated, and he done lost all his businesses because he ain't got no license.
And he's regretting that. That's what he gets.
Yeah, he's regretting not. And
I think he regrets not being with her.
No,
I think he regrets not making sure that his business was intact.
Yeah,
that's relying on her.
Oh yeah, I don't think he regrets not being with her. But yeah,
back and forth 3 to 5 years, like it sounds like they did. Look, she sure put out a hell of an effort to try and make something work. So if there was a time in there where he kept going back and forth, it's not like she just approved of it because she stayed with him so long. She was doing what she thought she needed to do and was hopefully giving him time to do what he was supposed to do as the husband, the father, and the man of the house. So I don't know that she just pushed the girl into Martell's arms at all. It's a relationship that didn't work out.
I mean, I agree with that. I just think that psychologically, when you hook up with a guy, you know what drives him. You know if you are with a guy that is a sexual being. You know if you're with a guy that needs a lot of attention. You know if you're with that type of guy. And
she made some changes to try and do what he wanted.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about when you meet a guy and he's a guy that needs attention. He needs the drive off that. And when it's just you and him, it's really easy to give. Once you start having children, you have to split that love and affection amongst those children. Mm-hmm. In our head as women, we think our children need this. That's a grown man. He can figure it out. But in reality, that man picked you because he felt like you were giving him all of those things. A lot of women get married, have babies, and transfer all of the affection and love that we tend to show toward our guy. And we have to admit that, y'all. We get cute. We try to do little romantic things and dress and then once we get married and have babies, all of that attention goes to our children. And we tend a lot of times to neglect our mates. We forget that we're not married to our children. We are married.
I think that with him, did he say she spent too much time with the kids, or was it
it wasn't about the kids. She's away. She's trying to build a brand. And I get that.
But was she away the 2 years before? Like, I feel like this momentum
I don't think so.
So you think she was already
doing the Melanie with Mimosas thing. She was already doing certain things were already in place.
But
it may not have been as big.
Much, yeah.
Yeah, but it was just certain things that was always, I think Melanie had. And there were things that they were talking about immediately.
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like she didn't. So let's get back to it.
She had already had that women's group. Remember, she used to have that women's. There were things that Melanie always.
But he knew what type of woman he married, because Melanie don't seem like she was ever a chick that just sit around and did.
I never said that. I would never say. So she was a partner in the true meaning. Like I said, these were two teachers.
Yeah,
they spent at the hustle together. that cleaning out houses and all, they did that together. Martell didn't do that by himself, and she was at home. They did that together. He's never not said that Melanie wasn't a team player. I don't think anybody would ever argue that. And if you're being a team player, and if you even listen to the conversation that she had last week, 2 weeks ago, when they were talking about when they were playing a card game, and she said, once he articulated exactly what he needed, and I'm sitting there saying, he's been on, if you listen in the first season, the first episode, he has been more vocal than I have heard a lot of men say. I mean, very vocal about what it is that they want, to the point where, you know, I don't know if it was even she would have been able to satisfy.
Right, because it's something she didn't really, because like you said, I think when they were together, that wasn't something that she did all the time. And so he knew that he married her, and that wasn't something that she really liked to do. So, and that game that Joy's talking about is actually Melanie's game called Talk About a Party. So if y'all want to buy it, go ahead. But she well, yeah. But I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking, I think both of them had a part in this. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not saying that it's her fault. I don't want to get that impression.
But see, that's where I think when you and I sometimes go back and forth about it, that's what it always sounds like.
Yeah. I always start off with he always made the wrong choice. I always think that he made wrong choices, because the reality is when you're unhappy, you have choices. Mm-hmm. You always have choices. And he always picked the wrong choice. I mean, he's wrong. There's no wiggle room. There is no but. He's wrong. I just try to explain his situation, because you as a woman can deny his feelings or his movements as being invalid all you want, because if you do, you're going to continue to make the same situation over and over and over again. When you hook up with a guy, you have to almost assess him like if you're not really a sexual being, to be with a sexual being is going to be a problem.
It's going to be an issue. Yeah,
it's going to be an issue.
And he likes a lot of attention.
And he likes a lot of attention. And if that guy wants a lot of attention and you busy, this ain't the guy for you. It's almost like, I mean, if you watch like Married to Medicine, you remember like when Curtis and Jackie was going through, Curtis is pretty articulate with his attention. I mean, even after he cheated and she was getting busy, he had to tell her, yo, you're going back into this circle again, and it's going to drive me into this circle again.
Yeah. I don't know though. I just feel like he should have left. Like, just leave. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's all. I mean, that's easier said than done. He's the bad guy either way. If a guy comes to a woman in all truth and honesty and not trying to hurt her and say, babe, this ain't working out. Why? What's wrong? I ain't getting this. I ain't getting that. I know you ain't doing this. I feel like I need this. You can't give it to me. And I need to find somebody who do. So I'm leaving. I done moved out. I'm staying with my Bible. I got an apartment on 3rd Street. He's a bad guy either way. Now, that would have been the most appropriate.
I would have liked him more though. Yeah.
But that would have been being honest. Very few men are going to. I hear excuses. You can say that the excuses all day long.
It's an
excuse all day long. I'm not going to argue.
Incompetence.
I'm not going to argue either way.
Yeah.
You decide as a woman where you're going to sit on your side of marriage. But if you have a conversation with a guy, y'all say that I'm always on the men's side.
And
if you have a conversation with a guy, I can guarantee you they're going to have the same conversation. They're going to say this.
Well, I think what just gets me is that, we know what Martell may have done wrong based on what we're seeing and hearing about. But when it comes to like us talking about it, it's always she pushed the husband away because she didn't make the changes that he was requesting.
Well, she shouldn't. Yeah. And
but it shouldn't be that way, George.
I agree. We all make change. Look, this is the reality.
Yeah.
They hooked up young. your life, what you like at 23, 24 is going to be different what you like at 35. Definitely when you're 45.
Amen.
You
I ain't there yet, but I'm getting there.
Things just change.
Yeah.
Things evolve. And you learn more, you go through midlife crisis, and you either have a mate that's going to go through that with you and experience those things with you, or they're going to be closed-minded toward things. And maybe it's not closed-minded. Maybe it's a religious thing. Maybe it's a painful, whatever. Because people all come into marriages and relationships with their own baggage. What you say is no one is out of control.
Thank you, Latoya.
Absolutely. I can't. I'm not arguing that he made good choices or that he couldn't have controlled himself. I'm not. I just come from a mindset is that I think about what men think about, and I have clear conversations.
And we need this because I think
how come you don't think about that more on the woman's side though? I just don't.
I think she does, but I think
more supportive with the man than the woman.
I don't think that. It's not that I'm more supportive. I know how I think. I'm trying to figure out their mindset. If your mate comes to you and
you know how they think and how your husband thinks, right? But when we're talking about these people on reality TV shows, we really know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation is still toward had she done what he said.
Because I'm listening to. I'm a person that really listens to words, and I analyze words. And I heard him in that kitchen that day. Just as clear as day. I said, "Oh, okay." When he flat out said, I heard him say in the kitchen, "I've come to you. You don't even cook." She was like, "I do cook." He said, "You ain't cooked," or something. He was like, it's like basic things. And
but had he cooked when he could?
I have no idea.
I think what he said was, "You're not here."
He wants a normalcy.
Yeah, she was always away, and he wanted her to be at the house more. First, she was going to do the play, if I'm remembering.
No, that was even worse.
So that's the one I remember.
That was even worse because I remember saying, "This ain't gonna work."
Yeah.
Because that was first season that he was saying this, that you don't even cook, but he was saying that again later.
That's the one I remember was the play.
He wanted something. He wanted something that wasn't in his wife. That's the unfortunate situation.
That is bad. Because she was really trying to, I think, build some money for them and while you have that 15 minutes of fame, sometimes you just got to go out and grab it. I think he was upset because he wasn't a part of it. Who was that we were watching? It was like, "You used to take me, Joe, with Melissa." He was like, we used to do these things together. And now you're in the forefront and I'm behind. And I feel like Martell likes to be in the thing. And I don't think he's as articulate or as good of a speaker as she is. So she was always the person who spoke. She was always in the front. And
so she took the limelight, he can't handle it.
Yeah, some people can't take the step back.
To me, some of the conversations other men have
before they got married. Well, I think so. I mean, but like Joy was saying, you change sometimes after you're married.
This marriage evolved. Again, these were two teachers.
Yeah.
They were two teachers that were going to school, who taught. So they lived a very average life. And then they, as a side hustle, started building an empire.
Yeah.
And their lives changed.
So let's get back to the Wanda of it all. So Wanda was sitting here and she was trying to say, y'all need to get back together. And Melody was like, it's a problem because the older generation's encouraging us to stay in a relationship when it's not good for us. Do you all agree with her when she said that? Because I wrote that down.
I do in a lot of ways. But the first thing I thought about when I heard her say that is I thought back to the Michelle A story when her grandmother kept telling her, "Don't make him mad. Do what he said. Do this, do that." And I just thought back to my family, my mother, my grandmother. Okay, no, you don't just stick around and make everything the way that the man says it should be. And I think it's wrong when people, older people like that we do look up to, the utmost respect. But to stay with the man that hit you and figure out what you can do to not make him hit you should never, ever have been a rule in nobody's mind, ever.
Okay. Ever. I mean, yeah, because when I thought of that, I've never been in that situation where anyone told me to stay somewhere that I shouldn't. So my family did not do that. But I know that there are families who believe that you need to stay and work it out, and should stay in the house. You shouldn't talk about it. And I don't think that's what Wanda's doing, because Wanda just want to do it to be messy. But I do think that with her saying that, I think it kind of hit a lot of women, because a lot of women are doing that. So,
I think that y'all better be hot at me, baby.
No, let me say this. We all have different opinions. So it may be from the people who are watching different from yours. But that's the beauty of us being a 3-person panel, because
we don't agree.
We're going to resonate with somebody. Somebody's going to feel what we're saying. You know what I mean? So go ahead, Joy.
I'm not talking about a situation where somebody's being physically abused by no stretch of imagination. I think that's a little bit different.
Mentally,
when you're being fit or you're being abused in every regard. But I think about a set of relatives of mine, a particular set. I don't want to say who. But this particular relative's marriage, I used to, and I'm only saying used to because he's gone. He's no longer here. I was very vocal about how much I admired it. I was very vocal. And I can remember speaking at one of their anniversaries. And I had, my mother knew this couple when they were very young and the things that they went through. And one day I was talking about, and I want my marriage like so-and-so or something. And my mother kind of gave me some background, and it was terrible when he was young. Like, I don't know how she survived it. But it kind of taught me a lesson, because what I had been seeing, I wanted. And I remember thinking, God, if she had left him all of those years ago, what I see today, I wouldn't have saw.
Right. But every situation is not like that, though.
It was so powerful. And this is the honest God truth. I'm not lying when I say that their marriage was so powerful. One of their children told me they actually divorced a woman because they wanted what their parents had.
What?
God is my witness. I'm not over exaggerating. And I remember thinking and telling him that one of the issues with that is you're not willing to be patient, because I don't know how much he knew about his parents when they were young, but I don't know if I could have endured what I heard about. And I mean, it was so bad. Just to kind of give you an example, he had one of the girlfriends popped up at the wedding, their actual wedding.
I'll see. And she still married him.
And I don't think she knew.
That was a little crazy.
I don't think she knew. But I know that 2 women knew, because they tried to stopped the girl from coming.
Oh, heck no.
And it was at the parents' house. It's the honest to God truth.
I can understand.
I'm not lying about the details or over exaggerating.
Right.
But I admired that marriage. And what was described to me wasn't what I saw. It's not what I grew up with. And it's not what I admired. And that just kind of taught me, but he wasn't physically abusive. He just was a drug addict and drunk.
and people can
lose.
Right. But I don't know if it takes a certain kind of woman to be able to go through all of that. I don't
think she knew about the women as much as she knew about, like, the things that I heard about, but I ain't even going there. But my point is, you admire I'm looking at the finished product. I'm looking at the end product. I'm looking at I didn't see her at home crying or that other thing. I saw somebody who had matured, who had given his life to Christ, who was a deacon in a church, who was definitely dedicated to his family. He was a different guy.
She took the words from Beyonce as no woman ain't gonna profit off what I taught you, but I ain't gonna stick around. So I'm not that woman. I just
it's good to look at a couple and see how long they've been together and everything looks perfect. Now, what's the real story?
Yeah.
That was their real story. But this particular couple I've known my entire life, so I had been around my entire life, and I know. And although it wasn't all roses, because it definitely wasn't roses, I had been witness to arguments, which I thought I was tickled by. But you just. I still admired even the way that they communicated. They were honest.
But I don't know if every story will end up that way.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, you do have, and that's probably where you can come from, the place that we can. You know what I mean? Because you have witnessed it. Right. But I don't think that within Melody and Martell, I don't think he's going to change anytime soon.
I'm not. I have no idea that the situation with him is so personal. I'm almost like what Melody has said. If it had been other women, you could almost deal with it if it was other women. It's just one, and you keep going back to that same person. That's just not sex.
Yeah, I mean that was ridiculous.
That's just not a hit or miss.
What do you guys think about Wanda liking Areola's following her social media?
She's messy like that. She's messy like that.
Do you agree with her when she said
for doing it?
That's what I was going to say. Do you agree with her when she was saying, "Well, I'm not your friend. Tish is your friend. She's
a whole lot of information for you not to be a friend. You trying to tell me how to run my life? You trying to tell me we love each other? You trying to tell me all this, but we're not friends. Why are you talking to me then?"
I mean.
And I think we talked about this a little bit before. Wanda, Tish needs to get her mother off TV because Wanda is in now. She got a confessional.
Let me show it, girl. She looks so pretty. Hold on.
Yeah, she did look pretty.
Look at that.
I ain't even recognize her. She
pretty. Yeah.
But the audience perception. What did they say?
Areola. Yes, honey.
Yeah, the audience perception of her is turning ugly.
Yeah, that's cute.
I don't like that.
Yeah, her sure.
And I don't like that the audience perception is even turning against her.
Oh,
they're doing more making fun of her than they are like laughing with her or laughing at something that she said. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Go ahead.
I'm glad to see Tisha tell her that what she was doing was wrong. I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't either, but we're gonna get to that. Wanda she said that Melody had low self-esteem. Did y'all hear her say that?
She said Destiny had low self-esteem.
Oh, she said Destiny has low self-esteem.
Destiny, she said, so all I did was say the girl was pretty and you can't handle that? That's what we mad about? And Destiny said, yeah, I mean, I would have a problem with that. And she says, well, then
you have low self-esteem.
And then Destiny did the twirl because, why not?
Yeah, because I'm just sitting here and I feel like Wanda was just saying so many things.
Is she about to get on the show? I mean, is she throwing crazy mess out there like that to try and become more of a permanent castmate?
Well, I think that the audience at some point they were asking for Wanda, and that's why I was saying this is they
like Wanda.
They like laughing at her.
So Wanda,
it's one thing to have my mom on there if she gives one-liners and zingers and then they walk away. They're making fun of Wanda. They making fun of the words that she puts together. Yeah. They make fun. It's I don't like it. The Alabamian in me don't like it.
Oh yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like they making fun of how she talks.
I don't like how she does that.
And I ain't even crazy about Wanda, but I don't like them talking about her.
Right. They talk about Wanda. So Wanda versus Kimmy, right?
Kimmy was on fire.
Kimmy was hitting the table, honey. She was shaking the table because Wanda was throwing out all these insinuations and accusations. And then you say, well, give me an example. And she's like, I got plenty. Give me an example. And she just kept saying,
Kimmy don't even post on social media. she don't even, like, there's absolutely nothing out there that she don't even defend herself. Even when Melanie has put out, I can remember at the end of when they had that COVID season that they had to stop filming, and she had put out there that because they never did address it, that Kimmy be touching people. I noticed they're gonna touch on it.
They talk about it a little bit in little jabs.
Yeah,
but they don't really
real touchy feeling. When she put that out there, that hasn't been cleared up. And she didn't even defend herself then. This whole side chick situation has never cleared it up.
No,
Maurice has, but she hasn't. Kimmy don't even post on social media like that.
Yeah. If she does, it'll be like, we're coming on tonight, watch us, or something like that. She's like the Giselle.
She doesn't even try to defend herself.
Yeah, I know.
In that regard. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So when Wanda kept doing that, I was just like, why are you trying to fight with everyone? Now, let's go to the aggressive conversation. Then we're gonna go to the Tish and Marcel, and then I guess we'll be done. But so when Melody and Destiny had that conversation when Melody was doing her music, do you feel like it was, because to me, I like them, but I feel like sometimes they're putting on an act because they're like trying not to laugh. They're like, it's like a force fight. Do y'all see that, or do y'all really think that they are genuinely upset with each other?
Well, I see the laughs from Melody. Destiny always seems serious about it. Destiny seems like, some of that stuff has really irritated her. So they might have to redo it. But no, I think the little
right. So like it's just not genuine to me.
Over and over again, but
right.
I think which I think Melody, when she was laughing and when the different days that they've had their conversation, it was just the way that she deals with what was being thrown at her at that moment. I think she was trying to keep her.
Even in the studio, she was laughing
and then down low about it, so she wouldn't get angry on TV and go off. I think.
So you think that's her coping mechanism to not go off? Because it was like, you're aggressive. Do you feel like Destiny has been aggressive?
Generally, no. But the day that she came at that table, yes. Okay. Generally speaking, no. I have to keep reminding myself that this is a new friendship.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Martell. It's a friendship
because she was friends with Martell, and her husband was friends with Martell.
Correct.
I can't remember if she LeBaric or Cedric, but she one of them. Who's her husband, LeBaric or Cedric?
LeBaric. Or is that the babe? I don't know.
I don't know.
LeBaric is the guy that was speaking at the thing that was next to Martell. I like him. He always asks the right questions.
He does.
He asks.
Oh no, we didn't talk about them questions. Did you get a DNA?
Right. He always asks the exact question that is at the top of my head.
You love or don't get the test. Did Martell ever say if he loved her or not?
I thought LeBaric was the braid guy.
Let's Google. Who was Destiny's husband?
I don't know. So what is the name of the guy that was sitting next to him?
I don't know.
They helped him with the
braid. Did Martell ever say if he loved her or not?
No, he just looked as if, how'd you go ask me that with the cameras right there? That's the look.
Okay. Because I thought I missed it. Google.
Baby, the second they have, I wish Ariane would come on here on this show.
Not Ariola.
I do. At this point, I want to see that. I want to see it when Coleslaw is his entree.
In that picture, I think that's a blow-up doll.
You don't think that's him? Girl. Why don't they ever show his face? I don't understand. Like if you was with me for 5 years, you ruined your marriage for me. Why are you? Even if we just screwing and I'm just giving you head all the time, that's what she does. You should still be able to be seen in a picture with me, like, right? Am I gonna keep doing this to you and you can't even be in a picture with me?
Martell has an image to uphold. It's not a positive image right now.
Well, considering that there was so many pictures that were released after they were allegedly together, they take plenty of pictures together.
That's what I said, honey. That coleslaw looks dry. If that's her, she dry. How she break up their marriage looking like it being dry? No nasty coleslaw. Oh, nasty side piece. But yeah. I don't know. I just feel like he should be able to at least be in a picture with her.
I mean, he's single. He should be able to be in a.
She wants him to be. I bet
he's single.
One saying no.
Okay. I don't know. I've been wondering about that. Like,
okay, you don't want to be seen on camera.
Destiny's barbaric husband.
I don't think so. I mean, I think it's on her.
Destiny's husband.
You don't think they called when they had that phone call
with Martell? She would be on the camera with Martell.
I don't think so.
Oh, I do.
Please. I don't think Melody them would.
I don't think so. You know that they had to get a release for them to have that phone call.
Yeah.
On film, we know that for a fact.
Martell don't want her on there because she claimed that she knew he was cheating on with somebody. I mean, Tish don't want him on there. She probably know the secrets of everything that's going down. None of them want her on that show.
Yeah,
none of them.
It could be catastrophic for many of them.
Yeah. Wanda also made a comment about were you and her talking at the time. So was Melody and Ariola?
Yeah, they were friends.
She said that at some point. She said that they were calling each other. And I'm gonna tell you this.
This is why I got confused.
When Melanie was pregnant, when she had first found out she was pregnant, Melanie.
With the last one. Okay.
When they went to homecoming, in real time, Ariane was tweeting. Because by then, people had figured out who she was and had put her out there. I believe Tish did that.
I'm probably.
Putting it out there. I do believe that Tish exposed.
Let me put that little thing up, child.
Exposed who she was. It wasn't by accident, as Melanie said. That girl got 1 million pictures on Instagram. The 2 pictures she sent her are the ones that were released.
Right.
So I do believe that Tisha did that. But with that being said, why
were they ever talking? What?
I think she would be like, "Your man beside me in the bed."
They had a phone call
in the bed with you.
They had. And on the day that we were watching, I will never forget this. Every time I think about this scene, I cringe. It was A&M's homecoming. It was either, I don't know what year it was, but they were at A&M's homecoming. And she tweeted.
Who? Ariola or?
Ariola. Okay. Ariane. Something so vulgar about him in that ice cream or something he was eating and what he was doing earlier that day.
Stop it.
And because she's watching it in real time, she knows what she was doing on the day of the homecoming. And so she knew where he was that morning in real time. When at some point she tweeted, "Every time your husband call me or come over here, I'm going to let you know."
But I'm sorry. You are the side chick. Okay? Why in the heck are you sitting here antagonizing this woman who you know you sleeping with her husband?
Her argument was, he's calling me, I ain't calling him.
But she answering. Okay, you can call me all day long. I'm going to block you.
But I think that was when at some point she had decided to leave him alone. There was a hot second when she was doing those interviews and all
Ariola?
Yeah, that they kept breaking up. And they must have got back together, and very quickly she got pregnant because months later we were hearing whispers that she was pregnant. Because that's when what's her name, Tasha K, had the interview with her, and
go ahead, Tasha.
I just
tried. How you break up with a married man? First of all, was you ever really together? Second of all, how you gonna get pregnant by a married man that you done broke up with several times because he keep going back to his wife? Like, I don't understand. I know she's younger, right?
She's not that young. She in her 30s.
I don't get it. Okay.
She's not 22. She's in her like 30s.
So 30s. They, in a sense, Wanda was kind of being shady, but they were kind of like sister wives because they knew about each other. They kept both going back to him.
Yeah. That's
like,
true.
Sister wives just sounds...
It's so wrong.
But when she said that, she was like, y'all was like sister, because they did. Y'all talking to the girl. And Melanie admitted that she was talking to the girl first season. when she was talking to Tisha. Remember, she was like,
Melody used to tell Tisha that she would talk to her, and Tisha told her mom, you know. And so Wanda just knows a little too much information, but she was too comfortable saying that stuff. So
that's the problem. Now,
that's the problem. She's too comfortable. So do you feel like, and I know I'm jumping, and I said I wasn't even gonna go to them yet, but do you feel like that Marceau hugs Melody different?
Okay, so
do you feel like he hugs her different? Because Wanda was like, "You don't hug me how you hug Mel." So when Melody left out upset, Marceau tried to stop her, and he hugged her.
Okay, so here's what I think.
Go ahead.
Here's what he should have said to Tisha. You know, did you take that bottle over there? Yeah, I did. This is Melody Holt, for crying out loud. Right. She has millions of followers. She is at the top of every list. I am a businessman. Yes, I delivered it face to face. I'm not going to put it in the mail or send it through no courier service. Yeah, I sure did. This is for our future. I think he's being a little bit too flirty, maybe.
Right.
Because that's how other people see it. In his mind, this is business.
It's just
Melody right now is a good person to be in business with. So Tisha,
I don't even know why she even when she said, and Tisha's response could have been, "Mom, I know that he wanted Melody to be a brand ambassador. We both talked about it. We both think it's a great idea, but to let her," and she did kind of shut her down, but in the end. But I don't understand why she keeps trying to put this Marceau likes Melody story out there, because I feel like that's what Wanda's putting out.
And then Tisha told the biggest lie of the night.
What did she say? Did I write it down?
She said, "I'm not an insecure woman." Okay, this must be intermission. Let me go get something.
Who is that? Who said
that? She said,
"I said that."
Who said that? So in the first breath, she said, Tish said, "I'm not an insecure woman." And then the second breath, she said, "But did you take the wine to her and by yourself?" And I'm sitting there like,
"But we're talking about Melody. Melody don't want him.
Melody don't want Marceau,
and she knows Melody. So why would she even question him like that?"
About Melody. Melody wouldn't want him, and he don't want her.
Dress from the little black event a couple of weeks ago. That's one thing. But not Melody. Yeah, it's business.
My whole thing is I don't understand what Tisha. I was wondering, is the producers putting her up to this? Sometimes they do stuff that I don't understand that. I don't. Well, I wouldn't be going that route, because if Marceau already told you he wanted to make the girl a brand, you had to know he was going to talk to her.
Right, you had to,
because she don't look too interested in the business. Other than spending money, it don't look like she's that. I'm serious.
Is it true?
Is it me? Is it just me?
She's not.
Because she's not being paid
in the restaurant
as his partner.
He's
too busy trying to outdo her sister-in-law and spend money
at the house too. Outdo Kimmy.
Right.
So
anyway, yeah.
Oh. I skipped something. Okay, let's go back to Martell and the business partner thing. Okay, I felt like this really was a moment where Martell was very open. He was very honest. Mm-hmm. He was very humble and vulnerable. And I really enjoyed seeing him in this sense. But then it kind of made me think, I understand that you're married. Because even his business partner was, he said, "I want to be independent, but I got my business partner." I don't understand that. So, did y'all see this post? I don't know how true it is.
Independent from Mel. He still needs help, though.
So, that somebody researched this with license of people who have passed the test.
Oh, I saw that.
And evidently, his name isn't on there. So, evidently, the test may have got pushed back due to COVID, or he did not pass. So, what did you think about him when he was like, "Melanie has never been out in the thing. We both took the test. She passed and I didn't."
I believe that too. I do.
It makes me think back to high school, right? When all the little cute basketball and football players could never really pass the test, but their girlfriend could.
Yeah, the girlfriend.
It took me back to. I mean, and some guys are okay with that. So, well, she's my girl. Okay, you pass, come help me or whatever. We gonna do this together.
But as a woman, though, if in retrospect, there's a difference of wanting a woman and needing her.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I do wonder did he need her more than he wanted her?
He didn't realize it until he didn't have her, though. Especially when it comes to those licenses.
Yeah.
He and I think that it was like he could not pass it. And they say those tests are not easy. So not by a long shot. But even the guy was like, well, after all these years, why did you never continue to try to take the test? And he was like, well, I never thought we would be together. But then you should have sucked your penis in something else. Like, I like Martell.
Yeah.
But it's just like some of the decisions that he made just does not make sense to me. I mean,
girl, he wasn't thinking with that head. He wasn't thinking with his head. I don't know.
That is the best answer I've heard all day. He was just not.
A lot of men, they're not thinking about anything but what they want immediately
at that moment. Yeah.
I mean, real talk. A lot of times women are planners.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm a planner.
Most of the time, we're a planner. We try to plan out stuff. We're in a situation we don't like. Let's get our ducks in a row so I can leave you.
Right.
He didn't really do that.
He did not do that.
He didn't do that.
And then he's got those kids. And then to get Melody pregnant again, and then Ariola pregnant. And it's just like, he was just not, and the women weren't neither, just not thinking about what they were doing in any situation, because now look at these kids and this divorce, and it's pretty sad. What do y'all think about when Martell said that the person came to him to build those 44 lots and he was going to try to do it before Mel and Chris? Did he need to have his business license to do that, builder's license, or is he going to be able to use that man's?
He's going to try and work with that man. The man has he'll probably try and take the test.
It's nothing. Look, the same thing he did with Melanie is nothing wrong with if he had a big business partner, even if it was for temporary, him not having his license and he eventually get it. There's nothing wrong with that. People do that all the time.
Yeah, but I think he really wanted to have those when he built those 44 houses, those 44 lots. But I don't think he's going to be able to do it. So if using someone else is what he's used to doing, he'll keep doing it. I agree with that. He will keep doing it.
You can't get permits without that license.
Yeah, you can't do a lot of stuff without that license. And if that man ever leaves him, because if he ever, does something dirty with him, he's gonna be out on the island by himself again. So he needs
or he could get his license in between.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's got to.
But I mean, the reality is, when you come together with somebody, you start a business. So you merge your business. You may have the license, but not the know-it-all.
Mm-hmm. Right, but he's going to always.
Because that's the reality with Melanie. It's like he said, she ain't never been on no site. There are people.
But you don't have to be. You can, as long as you have that permit, you can hire people. Like me and you can right now.
You can hire people, but if you also have to be able to trust the people to execute. Martell did all of that.
But she could do that too. Like, she has the upper hand in this.
That girl ain't been home long enough to do nothing.
You don't have to be. There's people who own properties in different cities, in different states, and they own stuff all around the world. You think the Hilton's Hotel, he's in all them areas? No. You think the Marriott people in all those areas? No. You just have to have what you need at the top. Then you hire people down. Melody has that ability right now. He does not. He's got to get that permit or that license so he can do these things, or he's going to always depend on someone else for what he needs most.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
He's got to get his stuff and all.
He's got to he can't break ground. They have to trust him. Nobody trusts Martell.
Okay.
I don't know. They might not. But do you think Wanda's a day drunk? Why did he say that about her?
Because she was getting too nosy. So he just threw that out there.
Why did he even come outside? So I feel like this: if Wanda was at your house and she's talking some mess, and she's talking to the daughter, and then why did she lie about the whole conversation with Kimmy? She made that seem like Kimmy was like shut up and hitting the table and all of this stuff. When, in my opinion, Wanda was the one who was aggressive towards Kimmy.
She was.
But Tish did say this. She said, I don't like that. If I was there at that moment, it wouldn't have happened. But I'm going to talk to Kimmy to make sure what you're saying really happened. Was you shocked when she kind of flipped that on her mom?
I was glad to see that she found her big girl panties to be able to talk to her mom like that, right? I don't think she needs to go say anything to Kimmy. Kimmy ought to be so tired of talking to that girl.
I'm with you about your mama. Girl, so your mama don't speak to me.
Yeah, I mean,
she did at first act like she was really gonna do something, but something must have told her this don't seem right. Because Kimmy just ain't the type of person who pop off for no reason. Like she just doesn't. She chills in the cut. You come for her, she coming back, but she don't start no mess. And your mama does. So
nobody's mama but her, her, because she want to be a part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she want to be known. She couldn't even let her daughter have 15 minutes of fame.
She took over. She was even talking about fighting Kimmy, making her miss teeth. And I'm just sitting here like, what's going on? So Wanda says,
what are you doing?
I got my little notes. You got something that you was gonna say, Callie?
I was about to talk about Tiffany. But we can.
Oh yeah, we can talk about. I got one more thing to say about Tiff.
Okay.
I don't even know why they had this scene.
I got to show the lawnmower because everybody's talking about it. So Tiffany said, Tish said, "Mom, I can't do this anymore. You're being disrespectful to me, my kids, and my marriage."
Mm-hmm.
I was finally happy that she said that with them 5 hairstyles on one side of her head. I liked her little short haircut. I liked Wanda's little short haircut. I thought she was cute. So let's get to Tiff and her husband. So here they are, mowing the grass with the little lawnmower, and everybody's barefoot. Do you mow grass barefoot? I have a round lawnmower. I never got on it. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. But somebody does it for I don't do it. But do you do it barefoot?
No.
You can.
Okay.
You shouldn't, but
Okay.
The cameras were there, so she's trying to get some screen time. Okay.
So what do you think about their conversation?
I thought it was the whole conversation, in my opinion, was stupid because Maurice and them had every right to say something to them. That boy who's 14 years old didn't sign up for this show. That boy is only on this show because his parents decided to be on a reality show. For them to make their son a part of their dialogue without their permission with something negative is disgraceful.
It was bad.
And the fact that you got to tell grown folks that, to me, in my opinion, is insane. You shouldn't have to explain it. And then y'all sitting around trying to make it seem like, because of course Melanie planted the seed, that this is a problem because he didn't tell Tish. Should he told Tish? Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. Should he have told Kimmy? Yes. But don't be trying to make that a their issue for your neglect, because I think they have kids. Can you imagine us finding out about a suspension or expulsion at your school?
At your school, right.
And then I go and tell it on national TV without discussing it with you? Do we have to do that?
I don't even.
That's what we are.
Question.
I don't get that. I was like, well, you need to take some responsibility for what you said, and don't try to.
She took a little bit. She said, yeah, but she then came back and said, I think they were mad because of what Melanie said. So they admitted their wrongdoing, but then pushed the blame. And first of all, do you guys think that Maurice was overly aggressive with her, that took it over the top? I don't, but she felt that he was doing too much.
I don't know. I mean, he was not caring that she was crying. You know what I mean?
I don't think he did too much. He was talking to her. He wasn't screaming at her. I think it just went on longer. She wanted it to be over with. But you can't time their outrage.
Because she even said it would have been
their child, and Kyla is his mother.
Yep.
And Maurice is his father. Mm-hmm. Everybody else a bonus.
So she said she really felt bad when Kyla
came back because
I think she should have been apologetic over and over and over again. Right. I don't care about your tears because you didn't care about my anger or my frustration or my embarrassment when you were mentioning my child. Girl, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, I didn't care about her tears. I mean, she was sobbing, and he was like, but the husband, in my opinion, he kind of changed tunes. Because the thing, he was like, you know, this, and she's like this. He's, I'm only gonna deal with this so much. So it's like he got Billy bad butt in front of his wife. Are they forcing them on the show? Do you even think that they needed this new couple?
Cool. No, not yet. Maybe something else will happen, but no, we don't need them on here right now.
Well, it's not that I don't see anything wrong with them. I'm just saying that in this particular situation, I think was stupid.
But what are they bringing? Is what I'm saying. Like, why? What else are they bringing to the show?
I don't know. The season just started, didn't it?
I mean, they ain't doing nothing though. I mean, even in the previews for next week, they don't really show. They're not doing. I mean, I'm not mad at them. They get their little check, but I feel like the show really didn't need no news.
I was wondering were they bringing in a new couple because of Melanie.
What does she need them for?
And Carlos is tripping because if he watches this, the show is still in Martell and Melanie.
Melody, that's what I'm saying.
When y'all don't feature them in the 2 episodes, when you didn't have Martell on there, all I kept thinking is, where's Martell?
I'm just saying, where is he at? First of all, he needs these checks, honey. And second of all, if he's not there, we really don't care because we want to see how he's going to act. Because I'm telling you, even when he's just sitting there, sometimes his little facial expressions, I be like,
you want a number one show?
Oh, God.
Don't bring Ariola. No, I knew she was going to say that. Don't bring her. We don't need
You know
her.
what? With them coming up, getting ready to go to Vegas, it's take a trip, and Melody and Martell, although not coupled up, will kind of be coupled up. You think that's intentional?
I don't think so because Destiny ain't going to have no boo, so maybe...
Yeah,
but look at this, honey. This right here, Kimmy look like she is about to go off on those previews.
Oh, she is going. I'm so tired of your ass. Yeah, I heard it.
She needs to. Good for her.
When she was talking to Tisha.
Now, what do y'all think about Melody and her new music, Side Chick of the Year?
For somebody that's over it, no, she won't. I wish she would stop talking about it.
Well, you don't. Listen, Taylor Swift got a whole bunch of songs. Mary J. Blige got a whole bunch of songs. Like people,
she said it's not just about Martell.
I think it is about him, but people make money.
Okay, 5 years. I gave you to cut her off. It's just
that's about him. Yeah, that was about him.
In second best. I mean, some good questions. I like the song.
Yeah, I think the song is pretty good, but I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, but people want her to stop singing, and I'm like, but they never said
it's not just stop singing. Just stop singing about Martell.
Well, why?
I'm trying to convince us that
Taylor Swift got a whole 3 albums.
I don't have a clue.
But she got so much money on the breakup songs. Mary J. Blige got so much money about breakup songs. Like, we like the rhythm and blues is what people write about their lives. Mm-hmm. That's what our music is about. We want to hear.
Girl, what they got to do with Melanie writing about a side chick and her husband had a side chick?
That's her life. When you write a poem and when you write music, the best music comes from what you experience. Have you never heard that?
I got one word to say. Usher.
Okay.
Usher and Chili. What's her name? Chili, T-Boz, whichever one. That whole album was about their breakup. Okay. The entire album. You got it bad. You make me want to leave the one I with. I done messed up. Like everything was about their breakup. Best album he's ever made. So
you cool with then Netflix and chill.
Well, I do agree that she doesn't sing that great, but it's a lot of things
bad and respect with those who really sing and don't have it.
It's the truth. I mean, like Tamia, Deborah Cox, all of them, they can really sing. But it's people who cannot sing who sometimes make the best money. It's the truth. I mean, it really is the truth. But Melody's first, I don't know how true this is, but she won this award. She looked bomb. I mean, I don't know what she eating, but I want to eat it. Song of the Year.
What is that from?
She got Song of the Year. It's on her Instagram page. I think Gary with the T and Vivica Fox gave her the award. It was this big old thing. I mean, it was a nice little crowd. I don't know who it's through.
She won Song of the Year
from whatever gala this was. She did for the side chick.
Congratulations, Melody.
Yeah, girl. So she looked very pretty, but I didn't see any of her cast.
Yeah, they was busy at home trying not to hate.
I was just finna say that because Jermaine Dupri, half of those songs Jermaine Dupri wrote about, he said those were about him.
But still, okay, so it's still about somebody's relationship and Jermaine Dupri ain't got no dang on style and charisma and uniqueness and talent. I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race. Anyway, so somebody had to sing it. You know what I mean? So it's still about somebody's life. I mean, do you want Melody to write a song for somebody else to sing and make coins on? She's getting writer money and she's getting artist money. I ain't messing nobody's money up. I wouldn't do it, but I don't care.
Music Mariah Carey made when she finally got out of that prison.
Out of that with him, best albums ever. When she got out of Tony, what's his name? Mottola, whatever.
Tommy Mottola.
Yeah, Mottola. Psh, y'all let Melody be great, make her money, write about what she want to write about. Just don't buy it if you don't like it.
I mean, if you could with the leftovers.
Yes, honey, I love me some RuPaul Drag Race. I don't even know this song you singing. Is this a side
I did the TikTok for it a month ago, didn't I? I think I sent it only to you.
I didn't see that one.
That's dog. Okay.
Side chick of the year.
She writes and co-writes.
Yeah, she has people that help her write. She did, Latoya. You better go look on her Instagram.
Got no song of the year. She made it. I said, so what?
I don't know, y'all. Y'all gonna make me go look and tell me what the business is. I didn't get the background because it wasn't that cute. But she had, it was paparazzi was there. That was a red carpet. Y'all gotta go. She got a little video.
Song of the year.
Yeah, go on her Instagram and look real quick. What else did I have? Am I done?
He put in Melania Hall. What the world?
Here she is.
Martell business. I really do hope that, going back to Martell and his business license, I really do want both of them to be successful. I know a lot of people want him to fail. Some people want her to fail. But I really hope, because they have these kids, they have this momentum. I really hope that whatever avenues that they both try to do, they can make it work. And I hope they can learn to co-parent, because after all these kids, they need to learn how to be together. You know what I mean? I like both of them. I feel like they were both at fault. I know some people are pro Martell, some people are pro Melody. I just think they were both wrong. Neither one of them were the best in the relationship. So,
well, I'm going to take Melody Holt's master class the next time she has one. So I hope that she's really, really good. Cause
they say that it's really good. Are you taking the one where she teaches you how to do the houses?
Yes.
She has some great testimonials on there. I don't know how true they are. I hope they wouldn't be lying, but these people are really making money after taking her class.
Yeah.
And by the way, the song of the year came from an architect of fashion, film, and arts excellence award.
Yeah, I knew it was something. It was like a whole bunch of letters in the background. But if you go on her Instagram, you can see the video. You can see who gave her the award. She had talked to a lot of people. It's a lot of stories on there. I just didn't get all that. I just wanted to show her dress because I thought she looked really pretty in that dress. What else did I have?
I mean, if you cool with no holidays, then that song.
And that was something else that was so weird to me. Is that if you're cool with no holidays, and you know what I thought about, which I think I don't know how I feel. I'm not a parent that I haven't been in a situation where I divorced. On Easter, Martell sent Melanie a text message.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
You know, what are y'all doing today? Mm-hmm. And she said, "Go on over there where you been or something." He was like, "No, seriously, what are y'all doing today? I was just trying to see what the kids is doing today." And she was like, "Staying where you been," or something, whatever it was. Mm-hmm. And then he said, "Well, I'll just wait on you to tell me," or "I'm waiting on you," or something. Is what he put out there. And that was her way of, first of all, proving that, you know, he wants her back. And he went in, which to me, that's abusive.
How?
I think that's abuse. I do.
You mean keeping him away from the kids?
Yeah, I think that sort of thing is abusive.
At this point, they didn't have any kind of custody stuff, right?
This was in May. This was just this past Easter. That was right after.
I know on his Instagram, that he posted a picture of him, her, and the kids. I think
in previous Easter, he was like missing the kids on Easter.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know if he said that sort of thing to me is jacked up. Because even if you're not doing anything, or if they go on in a local Easter egg hunt, you say, but I think it goes both ways. If he happened to have her on the kids on Christmas or on New Year's or Halloween or whatever, and Melanie said, "What are y'all doing for Halloween?" "Oh, we going to." I would expect him to say, "Oh, I'm gonna take the kids trick or treating in the neighborhood." At the very least, you say, "Well, let me run on by and take some pictures or something."
Don't come by. It's not your time. If y'all not in a good space,
I mean, the holidays, there are 7 or 8 of them of the year.
But still, if you're not in a good place, don't come back because some bad stuff can happen. Y'all can get to arguing. It can ruin the day. But I do think you need to say, "We going to such and such," or "The kids are dressed up like this. I'll send you a picture." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I don't like you, I don't want to be around you at that moment. I've never been that way.
And it's one thing when you're dealing with somebody that don't want to be, and you're begging them to come. You got somebody that's saying it's a holiday. I know it's within your.
Yeah, but that's the same somebody that said, "I will love you and stay married to you without cheating." So
what does that have to do with the children?
It has everything to do with it. You're saying that he is not willing to stick to, or she's not willing to stick to, come see your kids whenever you want to. He wasn't willing to.
That's not it. What you think? Coming to see them on a holiday, but it's a holiday situation. You think that's the same?
If it's not that holiday, no.
But you can't look at that as abuse, because
that's not abuse. It's not your holiday. That is not abuse, Joy. That is not. I have my holidays, you have yours. Now, if we decide to come together and be like, we're going to spend holidays together, okay. But if I don't bother you when you have them, don't come bother me when I have them.
I think that's jacked up. If you're going every other week or every 2 weeks, and it just so happened that your week, the last 2 years, you done got them on Christmas and Easter. I mean, Christmas and New Year's.
You mean when they was
so you don't think he should compromise?
Not if that's not in your agreement. You cannot make people have an agreement because it's what you want.
I'm okay. All right.
No, you just cannot. If we are not in this space, you cannot make me be in that space because you in it. My feelings matter too. The kids' feelings matter too, but mine does too. And if mommy is over here stressed out and upset, I want to enjoy my holiday with my kids.
And now, if you stuck to your commitment of marriage without cheating, you'd be over here with us anyway. So
they would still be together.
So you punished him forever.
No, I didn't say forever, but it was still fresh.
I'm saying,
who said forever? Okay, y'all are you taking this to the extreme because nobody said forever. I said at that moment. I think they can eventually. I always said I want them to be able to co-parent, but you cannot force co-parenting. You need to go to these counseling sessions that they're doing. You need to compromise. You need to make an agreement. It's not going to happen overnight. He wants it to happen overnight, but it's not her. She does not have to do that for him. No, that's not abuse. That's not abuse.
The thing to do is plan in advance.
It would be different if he never saw the kids and she was keeping them away from the kids and No, they made an agreement where you have the kids this time, I have the kids this time. That's what we got to do.
And changes can always be altered.
Right. Don't force it. Right. Just don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
I don't think that's abuse. And you cannot force me to be with somebody. We got an agreement. If you didn't like the agreement we made, let's go make another one. But I'm not going to let you impose because you alone and Ariana ain't letting you be with you. You want to be with us now. I'm sorry. I was about to, no. Because that's because he's lonely. That's the only reason he ain't got no woman to lay up under. That's what I feel like. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. And I'm a nice person. So anyway, do we have anything else? Y'all ladies, Antoinette and Latoya, y'all got anything that y'all missed? That y'all want to talk about? Oh, the people when Mel had that, everybody was talking about her little concert, and she was, I think this is when Martell was supposedly in Miami with Areola, and Mel had a concert, and everybody was asking her, not him, but her, where your kids? Why you ain't with your kids? And so she went, and she was like, people are trying to mommy shame her for working. Do you feel like that's what people were doing? Or were they just generally wondering where the kids were?
They were trying to mommy shame her. They were trying to mommy shame her, and she, you know, she did more than she even had to do. Here's my kids up in the suite. Where yours at? Okay. Did anybody try to husband shame him?
They didn't. Nobody asked, and he was with the side chick in Miami. Not even in the same state, city, whatever.
They was in Chicago, I think.
I don't know where.
Chicago.
I don't know where they were.
Wow. Because I want to say they was in Chicago the same weekend. We were supposed to go to Chicago for our anniversary. Yeah, that was last weekend. Wasn't that last weekend?
Melody does more than she should even have to do when it comes to trying to say, of course I'm with my kids. They upstairs. She didn't have to
I wouldn't have done it.
But she's trying. She knows she has a big following. She's trying to do as much as she can, which oftentimes is some she don't even need to do. But that's
on holidays he was never. I was amazed when he asked when's he getting married? So why would you even ask that right now if you ain't even engaged? When he asked that?
Okay, I'm just reading my last notes.
Are we talking about Martell?
Yeah, did he do that? I don't know.
He really never had. I was amazed when he asked the kids could be in his wedding, which I don't remember that.
When did he do that?
Over marriage?
Talking about Huntsville? I don't know. I'm telling y'all, I am like a person who just kind of started watching it. I know a lot of the stuff on this show kind of happens more on social media than on the show. So I'm kind of not aware of everything that has happened with this show.
Hey, what do you guys think about Kiowa and her husband? Because they've been on the last couple of episodes. Would y'all like to see them on more?
I think I would have rather them been there than Tiffany and her husband. I mean, maybe they're gonna bring something later. I just feel like
that could be kind of it could be interesting.
Does she live here though? Do they still live wherever?
No, I don't think so. But for the right,
I think they live in Detroit. I think,
okay,
or somewhere in Michigan. I don't know if it's Detroit.
Yeah, but for the right check, I don't.
Yeah,
I just think it's good to see all of them together. And yeah, there's history, which could somehow bring out some drama. But
that might bring out some drama with Kimmy.
Have them on there.
But that to me, that's growth. You definitely have moved on. That's important.
Okay.
That's what.
That's what you were talking about with her
ex. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. So yeah. I just think
they enjoy about growth.
That's growth, and that's important for Monster to see. If his parents could go to a social event all together and everybody could get along, that's a good situation. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody I get aren't Jada and Will Smith, but I tell you, one of the things that I thought was really, really nice is allegedly, well, not allegedly, we know this. Will Smith's ex-wife Sheree was a really good baker. Mm-hmm. When what's her name turned 17 or 18, I think it was.
Willow, the daughter. Yeah,
I can't remember if she was 17 or 18. It was. I think it was 18. She baked her birthday cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
she comes over and cooks for them now.
Yeah, she right, and even Jada admits, and her mother admitted that it was strange for them initially. Mm-hmm. They didn't understand it. But it was important that they had holidays together, even early. They had those things, so it didn't seem unusual as their children grew up. Yeah, that's really important, and I know that takes time. I know that that doesn't happen overnight, but somebody at some point has to decide. That's why men. Or a person like Maurice was probably happy when Kiowa moved on and actually married. When the wife, and I hate to say this, when the wife allegedly moves on, it's usually easier.
Mm-hmm. And it's in the sense of this man has cheated on you and hurt you. It's kind of harder to move on. I eventually think she will be like, okay, we can do holidays and stuff together. But it's not when he wants it. She's got to be the one who's ready to do it. Because I don't think you should just say, oh, that's abuse because I don't want this right now. Just give her time and hopefully she will come around. I mean, it's best for the kids. But as a woman, you also, I know your kids are important because you said that at first, but you know, you want to love on your kids, you want to mommy your kids, you want to do this, but you got to also love on your husband. You got to also love yourself, and you also got to love your well-being. And if she's not ready, that's abuse on her to let him come when she don't want him there.
Yeah, and there's I don't know what that time is. I believe that there's a reasonable amount of time. I can't really say today is a reasonable amount of time, but it should happen.
It's gotta happen.
It is at this point. We're talking about
how many years has it been now?
It has since they actually been a divorce. I don't even think it's been a year.
Oh, it hadn't even been a year. Okay.
Because I think it may be coming up. Because their divorce was over pretty quickly. She filed for divorce during COVID, like in May. Remember the whole Mother's Day thing? He told her on Mother's Day that she was pregnant. So there is, and she was far along then. Because that baby is big.
It's a big baby with a lot of hair, if that's the baby.
With a lot of hair, yeah.
So, I don't think it's been a year. But, it may be like in the latter part of the fall, maybe. I don't know. I don't know exactly when it was. But I know when they started filming this, they were already divorced. And they started filming this. It looks like the heart of the winter. Because it was wintertime.
I'm not saying that the kids aren't innocent, but it's not like she's not saying he can't be with his kids. You know what I mean? They have cope. I
agree. That's where I am. I just like
you have to build your holiday with somebody you don't want to be with. I have family members I don't want to be with on the holiday. And I'm not going to be with them. And you're not going to make me be with them if I don't want to be with them. I don't care if my daughter loves that person. If I don't want to be around that person, I'm not going to do it.
That's why there are arrangements.
That's my holiday.
Like that. That's why there are arrangements that the court puts in place for you guys to follow. If you want to break that and make some changes, you can. But you have to be at a certain space in your relationship to be able to do that.
She's not ready. And I'm not going to fault that woman for not being ready. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
She could send the kids, but if it's their holiday, okay, so why make an arrangement? If you have this divorce decree and this divorce arrangements, if you're not gonna follow them, why make them? Because why did he make it?
We're not
I'm not saying that you don't have to make those arrangements. There are but a handful of quote unquote kid-centered holidays, like for real. We're talking Easter.
They do split holidays. That's what they're doing right now, Latoria. She's not keeping him away every holiday.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is on Easter, this is what we know for a fact. Not because of what he said, but because what Melanie released to the media when she was ticked off of him. I just saw the text. I actually shook my head when I saw the text. This was her way of proving that Martell still wants to be with her. Because on Easter, he sent her a text saying, "What are you and the kids doing today? I'd like to stop by." And she said, "No, stay where you are." And he said, "No, seriously, what are you guys doing today?" And she said, "No, stay where you are." And then he texts, "Come on, Mel, I'm waiting on you to tell me."
And so that was his problem.
It's not that it's his problem or even hers. All I'm saying is that was a way to hurt him. I mean, say whatever you want. That is a way to hurt his feelings. That at best, if you might do a little Easter egg hunt, either at home or away from somewhere. It's not that big of a deal.
He can have Easter egg hunt when he have them the next time. Like, I don't understand. It's just
I don't understand
them. Like, seriously,
stopping by or stopping wherever they were. In previous years, I don't know what they did in previous years because the pictures that he showed, they were doing the Easter egg hunt somewhere else.
But because of COVID, their hair was short. They were still together then.
Because of COVID, I don't know if they went somewhere. Because I think that's what he maybe was. I don't know. That's what he posted. He was like missing my kids on Easter, and it was a picture of them with the kids.
So he
picking up Easter egg
something. This him being shady too, because he just gonna automatically post this call. He didn't miss him yesterday.
He didn't post anything.
He didn't miss him the day before.
No. Let's be clear. This was a manipulative ploy from him. He did not post this. Melanie posted this.
That's why I'm trying to get clarification.
You said he posted a picture of his kids.
No, and so
I saw the picture of the kids.
Yes, but that was after he asked.
That's manipulating.
No. His general picture that he posted had nothing to do with Melanie's post, because that didn't come out then. That came out like a week or two weeks later when they got into an argument.
I got that, but him just even posting missing my kids and Easter is manipulative. Yeah, he didn't. Why did he post that yesterday, the day before Easter, or the day after Easter? Why he got to miss one on a holiday?
It was a repeat of a.
Does he repeat every memory missing my kids?
No, a memory. Yeah, a memory.
I mean, but I'm sure they have more memories than on a holiday. I ain't never seen him repost those.
So this is like the craziest conversation I think I'd ever had. It ain't even that serious for me. But it is abuse. That's why I was saying I'm not going to concede, because this is like crazy talk.
I like what you're saying, when they do half and half. Maybe we can do that. I don't think it's crazy.
Have an arrangement, stick to the arrangement. Why is that crazy?
I mean, I've never had to do this.
There's nothing wrong with the arrangement, but I don't think that on either side, if they're splitting holidays and if it's something simple, it's one thing.
Not today. You just can't have them today.
He wasn't asking for them.
So
I like your thing,
then if he wasn't asking for them.
He wasn't asking to come and get them. He was asking, what did they do? If she said, I'm finna chill with my mama, we're not going nowhere, or we gonna try to do something in the backyard, or whatever. If he asked the question, she really never answered it.
Okay. So you're not saying that she should have let him come over.
I'm saying
that's different than the
actually he should. I mean, I don't think that she shouldn't have either, but she didn't. She never even answered the question. Okay. He asked, "Hey, what are y'all doing today?" Her thing was, "Nope, stay wherever you are." He was like, "No, seriously, what are y'all doing today? Stay wherever you are." He was like, I'm waiting."
Okay, so then what are we debating about then? If the
I do think
not for him to come and see the kids, then
it was for him, I'm sure, to come see the kids. I don't have a problem. I guess I'm in a different mindset than a lot of people. I don't understand the restricting of a father to come see his kids on any day.
I like this, Latoya. Better arrangements could have been made. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not a person. I've never dealt with this in my life or as a kid growing up. My parents never had to split me, but I can understand a woman saying, I'm not ready. That's my point. Now, I do want them a man, because some men ain't ready.
Like that wasn't even
because it could have been different when the woman wants to see her kids on a holiday, because I'm sure she wants to see them too, but she's respecting that that's his time. You know what I mean? So it's all about respecting the time that we've agreed upon. And when we're ready to co-parent and come together as a co-parenting family, we can start spending holidays together. But at this point, I'm respecting your time. You respect my time, and then we move together to forge this relationship where we can co-parent together. But just because you're sad that you don't have them this day, I'm not abusing you. Because if we could have worked it out and you wouldn't have been cheating.
It sounds like that's not even the issue. Joy said
every time y'all mention why you're not allowing it proves my point. And
I'm not mentioning anything.
You just ended with, if you wanted to be here, you wouldn't have cheated. You keep mentioning. But then that's a punishment.
That's not a punishment.
It's not because that's a punishment.
That's why she's not ready. Him cheating on her is why she's not ready. That's punishing herself.
More of a punishment.
It's punishing yourself more. It's about self-love. I'm all about self-love, self-esteem, loving yourself and taking care of yourself. And if a mom ain't happy or a daddy ain't happy, the kids ain't happy. And if I'm spending my holiday and I'm unhappy because you are here and I don't want you here, that's not good for my well-being. I'm not going to punish myself. I'm not me. You can have Easter egg hunt with them tomorrow. It's not abusing him. That's
you can have a walnut hunt. I mean, if the eggs are spoiled, I mean, we can get together. We can have other events.
I like the half and half.
That was not even what Joy was saying.
No, I don't think so. I like the half and half that Latoya said. I have them half the holiday, you have them the other half. That's the agreement they need to make.
Just follow whatever the agreement is in place. If there is no agreement, then work something else out.
I don't know. Melody, I don't think you're abusing him though. Anyway,
Melody ain't doing
she's not abusing that man.
Yeah, somebody's always trying to call her.
Somebody always hurting Martell.
It ain't right. Well, Martell sits over there with Areola eating coleslaw. I mean, it's just ridiculous to me.
Crazy.
Whatever he doing is his business.
That's right.
Melody doing on her time is her business.
And that was her time with the kids.
Whatever he's doing is his business.
When the kids are his business. Whatever she does with her spare time is his business. It's her business.
So why have an agreement then? Why do they have an agreement if the kids are always his business? Then he just pop over. Then he can just pop over anytime. He might as well spend the night because the kids are at my house. You want to spend the night? Oh, okay. The kids are here. Let's come on. I got you around.
Nothing about
you know what I'm saying? The kids.
Now you taking it to extreme.
You miss being and spending the night.
It just sounds bitter. That's all.
You miss spending the night at the house.
Let's move it on. It's 6:36.
Yeah.
Let's move it on.
He gonna miss a lot of things. Let's see. Anything? I think I'm done. I ain't got nothing new.
Y'all got anything else? What do y'all think about? Because you know Destiny is a singer too. Do you think that Destiny and Melody would ever?
What? She is a singer, right?
Joy is so silly. Anyway,
who gone? I missed something.
Okay. Destiny and Melody, they're both aspiring singers. Do you think they'll ever get together and do a song?
I think they should. They should do a song. And I want it to be about divorce. Bam. Do it, y'all. Write a song about y'all divorce. The white people, they people who follow them don't get upset and tell them they need to move on. It's just us black people always think people got to move on from their pain. They can't never talk about it. You can't never sing about it. You don't need to go to therapy about it. You just got to suffer in silence.
What's going on over there?
Because I never hear white artists say, oh, I wish Taylor Swift would stop talking about her boyfriend. It's just always us. And like this woman.
I don't know who Taylor Swift. I don't have no idea who Taylor Swift has ever dated. If you put 10 white girls her age in front of me, I couldn't even point her out in a lineup.
That wasn't my point. Was that
a Jonas brother?
She dated a lot of people, honey.
I have no idea. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, Mary J. I didn't even hear nobody tell Mary to stop singing about her heart.
I didn't know that Mary J. Blige was even married when she was singing sad songs. I had no idea.
You would have known you would wanted her to stop.
But no, it doesn't. Okay. Here's the difference. I don't know no details about Mary J. Blige divorce other than the few little things that we heard about him being her manager and a couple other things. Right. I don't remember a song about it.
About him.
I do remember a song about Melanie talking about 5 years that I waited on you to have this girl. I do remember her naming a song literally called Tail Signs, and her husband's name is Martell. I do remember her husband having a side chick, and she got a new song called Side Chick. Right. There's a difference. We know details about Melanie Holt. So when she puts out music that mimics her life, we can recognize it. I can recognize the details about Mary J. Blige because we didn't know about it. We know what's going on in real time.
Right, but because you know, that's how reality TV stars do make their money. Though they capitalize off of stuff that they do. Like Lisa Vanderpump has a rosé. Everybody knows she's the rosé lady. She came out with rosé. You know what I mean? Like it's like you capitalize off of what people know you are. Bethany with Skinny Girl. They knew that she wanted to do this. She capitalized off of that. This is what Melody has. It's her way of making money.
I ain't mad at her. Look, I'm not mad at Melody. I'm just saying, it's just she's writing and performing music that mimics her life.
Yeah.
But to pretend like it doesn't is disingenuous. And that's what she does. She's saying, well, this ain't
it's not just about her life.
I didn't say. It sounds just like it, though.
Yeah, she can't.
I mean, come on.
Cheating, though, a lot of people cheat. So she could be sitting there with 5 other artists, and probably 4 of those artists have cheated or been cheated on. So when you put together a song based on cheating, a lot of people get cheated on or do the cheating. So
what do y'all want her to think about?
Like a lot of people's like, that's probably why so many.
It's not that I care that she's singing about her life. Again, it's about that I believe she's being disingenuous when she tries to disassociate it with herself. That's the issue that I have. I don't care that she's not
trying to disassociate.
I don't think she fully did that. She just said every song's not about him.
All about him.
Yeah.
First of all, it ain't no every. She done put out 2 songs. One is about him, and the second one is definitely about that side chick.
I think she said she had more and she's working on the EP. What does that mean? Does she not have more?
That may be 2.
Yeah, I think she's
heard 2.
Right. I think she's saying every song's not about him. These main 2 might be. I don't know. I don't want to listen to him really. So, but that ain't my kind of stuff.
Coleslaw.
What she say long ago? Y'all let the lady sing. Leave her alone. I don't got nothing else. Look, Antoinette, Latoya, y'all got anything else? I don't have nothing. I don't look.
In my notes.
I probably missed something, but I don't care. I'm just ready for the previews of next week because it's gonna be good.
And Joy.
Hi.
What comes on tonight, y'all? No, Potomac.
Right?
Okay.
Potomac.
Oh yeah, it's about to come on in 20 minutes, so I'm gonna get ready to watch me some Potomac. Hopefully, it's good. Did y'all decide if it's
what
good?
else is coming on tonight since Shaz is gone?
You know, I'm probably not gonna watch whatever it is.
Oh, y'all look.
It's not Salt Lake. It's not Salt Lake. What's that? I got a jade roller.
Sutton got me out here buying.
I got me a jade roller. Yeah.
Child.
I don't know. They're good. Use your little jade roller. I don't know, but if we do decide Potomac is good enough, did y'all decide what day so we can let people know?
What did y'all hear? What did y'all think about? I know that you posted in Chatter Up the video of Giselle talking about.
Oh yeah, that's
the tea that she gave a blogger who asked her a question. I think she had basically the tea that she said was that she had called Wendy on the phone and had a conversation with her. Her exact words was all the social media stuff. That they had a conversation and that she wasn't upset. She did say that the conversation was really rushed, but she had made a mental note to come back to that. But she said she wasn't upset. She wasn't mad in any way. Wendy has since...
we'll do this tomorrow, but we'll do it next week.
And she said that Giselle never brought up the rumor to me on or off camera.
Right.
Well, we know. I don't know if she did that.
We don't know why they lying.
We don't know.
Somebody's lying.
Somebody lying.
And I'm going with Wendy because everything Wendy has put out this year has been a lie.
Right.
So I'm going with Wendy lying. I'm sorry. And if you all are paying attention, every storyline that Wendy has put into place, and the very thing, and something else that I noticed, the very thing that she's mad at Giselle about not pulling her to the side, why she couldn't pull her to the side and do that very thing instead of having a production in front of everybody, going through, asking each one of them, were you talking about it? Were you talking about it? Were you talking about? Instead of, because she could have pulled her and Ashley outside and they could have had a kumbaya about it. But instead, Wendy wanted, it seems like Wendy was waiting on this.
She wanted a moment.
She wanted a moment.
She got it. So y'all, if we do Potomac, are we doing?
I think it's good.
I don't have any.
Oh, tomorrow's a holiday though.
That's what I was saying. If y'all wanted to, we'll see how good it is. And then we'll do either tomorrow or Tuesday if it's good.
Do y'all work tomorrow?
I'm off.
I haven't worked in years.
You know what? Just rub it in. Okay.
If we did do it, we need to do it like early because I don't want to do it. I wouldn't want to do it after 5.
So I'm free.
And we'll figure that out tonight because if it's a dud, let's text as soon as it's over with because I'm going to watch it in real time. What y'all think?
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm watching it as soon as we get off.
Hit some of these people that's busy and charging.
I know. I got you. Yeah, I actually sell a J roller, but
me too, Antoinette. Me and you.
How y'all retired? Oh, anyway. So yeah, let's do it early. Y'all
I only have how old am I? 2026. When is 2026?
Really? See, that's why I'm gonna send you mine. Mine is better, okay?
In 2026, I can fully retire.
Really?
Full retirement.
Okay. I retired. It's been almost 2 years now, but if I keep shopping, I'm gonna be back at work tomorrow. You guys,
I'm gonna send you one that I do. Okay.
I'm gonna send a message to Sutton and see which one she uses.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll send you mine. It's better. You won't break on you. But what was I about to say? So y'all, we're gonna go on earlier tomorrow. I don't know what time yet. We'll decide on the time. Yeah. And I'll post the StreamYard. I think it's gonna be good tonight. So anything else like these? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we shall see y'all tomorrow early, or not before 11 or noon, because I'm still.
Are y'all gonna watch it? Y'all gonna watch live, or y'all gonna wait a little bit? I don't know for time.
I'm probably gonna watch it live and then watch it again if I miss something.
Okay.
All right. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all want peace out?
Peace out.
Peace. I think everybody's gone.